All right, welcome back, everyone. We are here with crimSoN TTR playing Thomas and Friends: The Wonders of Sodor. Take it away, crimSoN.
Yeah, hello. Thanks for having me. So, time starts on entry, and we'll just get started, and then I'll do my yapping because there's a lot of cutscenes. So, 3, 2, 1, start. So, yeah, Wonders of Sodor, made by Dovetail Games, makers of TrainSim World. It's generally just a train simulation, but based in the Thomas and Friends universe. Train sims don't tend to lend themselves to speedrunning very much, because obviously you're more working to a timetable, but the unique thing with this game is there's a lot of missions and levels, which you can do more efficiently, and we have a few tricks to speed up as well later on. So Thomas Percent is just the 4 missions that focus around Thomas, out of all those different levels. And for the most part, it will be smooth sailing. The only issues I may have are in this first level we have to do, which is a little bit different because it is more of a puzzle level to work out on a casual playthrough. There's going to be an arrangement of trucks that I need to put into a set order. They're all in the same order when you restart the level, so it's not like there's any RNG. But the issue is that it can go wrong quite badly, quite quickly, if the physics engine doesn't play nice. So, fingers crossed, we don't have any of those bugs.
I am the best chanter, interrupted Diesel. Tell you what, if you want to see who's truly the best,
but no. I will also, I'd get comfortable for cutscenes, because the run's around 40 minutes if there's no issues, and about 12 to 13 of those minutes are just sat in cutscenes.
Okay, Diesel, said Thomas. What are the rules?
But yeah.
The first engine to get their line of trucks shunted into the correct order will be the winner.
So, time to get started. Gonna
Let's get started.
Try and focus here. Not have any issues on this first level.
3, 2, 1, go!
So yeah, this first level's mainly navigating through all of these different menus and knowing just about where we can send all these trucks to get them in the right order as quick as possible. Originally it was a lot of stopping and starting, but then we started to almost like slip load the trucks into certain sidings. Go. That's good. So far so good. Just wait for this truck to bounce out of the way. And now here comes the delicate part, which needs a strangely large amount of patience. Anybody that saw this game online when it first released will probably be aware with all of the fantastic crashes that physics engine provide, and that's why this level's such a pain.
If I can make a remark about this, when we were doing the review for submissions, I was like, oh, a Thomas the Tank Engine game. How seriously can I take this? And then I saw real train simulation stuff, and I was so excited because I am a huge train fan.
It does a really good job of being a train sim.
It seems that way.
Because it's essentially copy and pasted from that other game, like series. There we go.
Learning that they had actually made a train simulator
is
made sense.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Because all of the bugs really and like the UI that they use is all like just copy pasted from that game. They just dropped a new like asset pack on all the trains to be Thomas themed.
How did you beat me? Well done, Thomas. I suppose you won this time.
Can relax now though. The stressful part of the run's done. Move on
What can
to...
go wrong with the train shunting?
Yeah, now that I can relax a bit. So you saw a slight mistake at the end there where I got the points slightly wrong, which can cost you a lot of time. If you get any of the speeds wrong, so when I first unhooked at the very start, I had to slow down a lot to make sure that the brake van didn't follow me through the points, because if it goes on the wrong siding, it completely kills the like routing, because it'll block the path and it costs you like 2-3 minutes to fix. On top of that, anytime a coach or truck or train makes contact with something else, there's a very slim chance that it just pings off into the atmosphere. And lastly, the menu that you use to go on the map to change the points has roughly a 1 in 20 chance to just soft lock, and you can't change any of the points, which again costs minutes to fix.
That does sound pretty brutal.
So yeah, it's why for both Thomas Percent and All Stories we start with it, because it's the quickest level as well, and getting it out of the way cleanly. It's better than doing, for an All Stories run, it's like 2 hours of gameplay to then have a soft lock cost you 5 minutes at the end. It's not fun, so. But luckily it doesn't cost any menuing time because it's the last level in like the base game. It just cycles back round to the start, so this is the like canonical first level in a way.
One morning, Thomas found it hard to wake up. His fire went
The game looks pretty bad, Zachariah, because I have it on a lot of low settings just for stability. Because again, fluctuating frame rates don't do the physics engine any good.
At last, Thomas started.
So can I ask, did you get into this game because you were a Thomas fan or because you were a train enjoyer? Or something else?
A mix of the two and a third thing. So I grew up watching like the original model series. Never really. I grew out of Thomas before it became like a CGI type show. But you know, it's got a soft spot for nostalgia. But then when this game came out, I got dared by a friend group that I was in to 100% it on Steam for all the achievements. And they even paid like partially for the game. And then I thought, well, if I'm gonna spend a bunch of time 100%ing it, I may as well speedrun it as well. And that took a lot longer than I thought it would. There's been a lot of trial and error and grinding out to find little tricks and ways to save time. One of which I get to show off in this level actually. It's in my opinion, it's interesting as a speedrun because you're quite literally on rails, so there's not much in terms of movement that you can optimize. Just gotta wait for Gordon here. But it's all mainly on timings and knowing when you can and can't speed up, or how fast you can go around certain corners and areas of the map to save time. breaking points. I tend to pay attention to the objective markers, the amount of yards to go, to know when to start braking. So this is more of what the standard level experience is. There's not as much interactive elements as with the shunting challenges, and more just going to and from objectives. That's painful. Set that up for later. So there is a few different glitches that I managed to find that help out. Most of which aren't showcased in the Thomas % category and more so in the other levels. For example, there's a lot of occasions where there's a cutscene that plays in the middle of the level, and if you time it right and you're playing with the realistic controls option, where it keeps the throttle and brake applied even when you're not holding the button, if you time it just as the cutscene starts, you can essentially start driving while still in the cutscene. So it plays it out as normal and the camera follows the train as best it can, even though you're meant to be stationary. But unfortunately that costs us time in this category, if anything. Let's go connect up to Gordon. Play it safe, brake a little bit earlier than normal. So yeah, I could start driving here, but then it's more Thomas pushing the whole train, because Thomas is the engine I'm in control of, whereas after the cutscene I get control of Gordon.
There was no time to uncouple Thomas.
Oh, there's time, Mr. Narrator, there's time. Because
You have no idea how much what you just said scared me. I can't hear the narrator. I thought you were calling time like 40 minutes early.
No, just
Stop!
the narrator. Because apparently there wasn't enough time to uncouple Thomas, but it's faster just to leave him there. So no idea. Yeah, this is one of the unique quirks with the game. They weren't consistent with the objective markers in what the game checks for. So sometimes it checks for the train you're controlling and also all of the carriages. Sometimes it doesn't check for for anything. You just need to get to the objective marker, and sometimes it checks for just the train and not the carriages. And thankfully in this level, it only checks for Gordon getting there. So we can just leave Thomas behind and save a bunch of time. Because it's much quicker to not have to pull Thomas and all those coaches. Gordon can just zoom off, so... can enjoy the really poorly rendered countryside of Sodor.
Hurry, hurry, hurry! Laughed Gordon. Poor Thomas was going faster than he had ever gone before. He was out of breath, and his wheels...
If you don't mind, I just want to read a quick donation.
Yeah, go ahead.
We got $5 from Zacharias455, who I think we just saw a minute ago. That guy sounds familiar, saying, "Good luck and have fun, everyone." He put $5 towards Mastakilla for the Wu-Tang Shaolin style bid war. That's coming up on our 3rd day, I believe. So if you people want to see a different person doing that, it's going to be Mastakilla or Method Man, I believe. You can get your money in.
Express coming through. Stop, please.
This is probably the one issue with this as a speed game. There's quite a lot of just driving, waiting. So the more popular category, which is essentially made by a YouTube challenge called the Express, where you just drive from the one main station to the other, is essentially boiled down to now 4 inputs, and it's a 16-minute run. Yeah, it stutters quite badly, especially if you move the camera. If you're ever needing to do 180s, the game almost like freezes, which isn't great. And there we have the second level.
They stopped at a station.
Where we break the cutscene a little bit, because it doesn't know what to do with Thomas yet.
Hard work means, don't you? Thomas was uncoupled, and he felt very silly and exhausted. Poor Thomas puffed slowly away to rest, and had a long, long drink. After that, he was careful to never be cheeky to Gordon again.
And on to our 3rd story mission.
Thomas goes fishing. When Thomas puffed along his branch line, he always looked forward to something special.
This game's coming up on being 4 months old now, so I don't think it's old.
As he rumbled over the bridge, he would see people fishing. Thomas often wanted to stay and watch. One day, Thomas stopped as usual to take on water at the station by the river. Out of order? Bother! I'm thirsty. Never mind, Thomas, said his driver. We'll get some water from the river.
I don't think we will, Mr. Driver.
And went to the bridge.
So this is one of the objectives I mentioned where it doesn't actually really check for anything being done and actually skips over a lot of what would take a lot of time. So normally in a casual playthrough, you would stop here and get out and spend about a minute replaying the same cutscene 4 times, picking up water from the river. But if you just leave Annie and Clarabelle behind, you can just fail the objective and drive off. So who needs to get where they're going? They can just stay at that station all day. I got a speedrun to finish. I haven't got time to worry about passengers. The flip side of this though is we do now have about 7 minutes of just driving. So if anyone has any questions at all or anything to conversate about, now's probably the time.
We do actually have 2 additional donations that have come in.
Go for it. It's probably the best run to have donations for.
Well, you heard the man. Tempest Mask 1000 donates $5 and says, "A game of trains in this day and age? A train to license-a-thon in this very license-a-thon? That's a simple guy. Or, I'm a simple guy. I like trains. I like trains too." And we also have $20 from Gaming Guy 63. Both of them donating for Mastakilla. So Mastakilla has actually made it back up past Method Man. Keep the donations coming in, folks. We are really excited to have them, even if they're not showing up correctly on the layout. That'll be fixed. Don't worry.
Zachariah, when it comes to gaining and losing time, a lot of it's down to efficiency in a sense. So it's making sure that when you're coming to any of the stops or any of the, you'll see in the next level, or any of the times you have to take on passengers, that you're braking at the right time, setting off at the right times, not having to do what I did on the Gordon level where I stopped slightly early and then had to roll forward a little bit to get the objective trigger. Because you want to be moving for as much as possible while also traveling the least distance. So any time where you can overshoot an objective, you want to slow down. On top of that, on some of the other levels, it doesn't really show up much in the Thomas % category because Thomas isn't very fast, but in some of the other levels, you can derail by going too quickly. So being able to be right on the edge of like your top speed in a sense without derailing is important for saving time. I have not heard about any other train games. May have to look into that. In terms of categories, this is probably my favorite if I was to run the game more. Just because it's a bit more short paced compared to all stories. But the shunting challenges are probably the most rewarding, but they're the most frustrating. Because they can go as wrong as they can, it's definitely the most frustrating category to run. but getting a good run in the shunting challenges, whether it's the ILs or doing them all at once for the 4-game run, is really rewarding. Because it's also the one where you can save the most time, because it's got the most, like, I won't say skill, but it's the user element.
Then, while the guard telephoned for an engine inspector, the driver
I have
found a
no
notice
idea
of
what you
large
can play this
letters,
game with.
which he hung on
I have only
Thomas
played
in
it with keyboard and
front
mouse.
and
I
behind.
presume you can play it with any controller where you can map buttons, to be
Danger,
fair.
keep away. Soon, the inspector and Sir Topham Hatt arrived. Cheer up, Thomas, they said. We'll soon put
More
you right.
unskippable cutscenes to lounge
The
through.
driver told them what had happened. So the feed pipe is blocked, said the inspector. I'll just look in the tanks. He climbed up and
It's
peered
really
in.
cursed looking to see
Then
like
he came
regular.
down.
Well, okay, they still kind of look like
Excuse
plastic,
me,
but that's
sir.
because of your
Please
graphic
look in the
settings.
tank and
It's
tell me what you
human,
see.
actual human-looking people, and not little. Like, because I don't know,
Certainly,
we're probably close to the
Inspector,
same age.
replied Sir Topham Hatt.
These things look like I'm used to looking at the
clambered up,
little like
looked
wooden
in.
figures.
Yeah,
And
the
nearly
like
fell off
wooden
in
mannequins
surprise.
used to prop against things.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Inspector,
It
he
is
whispered,
strange,
"Do
especially
you see fish?
seeing them like in the trains and stuff as well.
Gracious goodness me, how did the fish get there, driver? We must have fished them from the river with our bucket, replied Thomas's driver.
The thing that does me is they put the effort in
Well,
to
Thomas,
include
you and
all
your
of
driver
these
have been fishing,
models, but then
fish
none of
don't
them like
suit you. We
actually
must
speak.
get them out.
They just stand there soullessly
They all
looking.
took turns fishing in Thomas's tank, while Sir Topham
like Sonic
Hatt looked
06
on
characters.
and told them how to
Yeah.
do it. Never mind, Thomas, said Sir Topham Hatt. You will be all right now. There's no need to
For
worry
these story
yourself
missions, you're
anymore.
given the trains to use, so you
he
can't
added,
change them.
I do hope
For
that you and your
the
driver won't go
Express
fishing
percent,
again,
where you can
'cause
pick
I
any
don't
train,
think it suits
it
engine.
is kind of just
Do
Gordon,
you?
because he is the fastest.
No, sir, said Thomas sadly. Engines shouldn't go fishing. It's too uncomfortable.
I will say though, it's interesting how different the engines are, because each one has different like stats. So Percy's borderline useless,
Thomas and Bertie.
but
One morning, Thomas was waiting at a junction when a
you don't
red
get
bus
to use
arrived.
many of the other trains. Most of the others
Hello,
only
said
have like
Thomas.
one story
Who are
mission,
you?
and
I'm
Thomas is
Bertie.
greedy and
Who are
has
you?
4 to himself.
I'm Thomas. I run the branch line. So you're Thomas, eh? I remember now. You got stuck in the snow. I took your passengers and Terence the tractor pulled you out. I've come to help you with your passengers today. Help me?
Why is
said
Bertie
Thomas.
cursed? What's
I can go faster than you.
just a bus?
You can't, said Bertie. I can, huffed Thomas. I'll race you, said Bertie. Their drivers agreed to the race going ahead. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
The big question. Why does
Come
Bertie have a
along, come
face, but that
along.
bus doesn't?
We're coming along. We're coming along.
So yeah, this level shows the inconsistencies with the game's objective markers, because in this level, if you show up to them with no coaches attached, you just fail the mission, have to restart and watch that whole cutscene. So you kind of have to play this level as intended, which is ironic because it makes it the one level in the run with the least like speedrun tech, and it's a literal race. So it's the one where you'd expect it to have the most like ways to go faster, but no. So I have to stop here and open the doors at each station. And wait. If you time it right, you can save. It's almost like milliseconds, but setting off just at the right time before the loading's finished, because Thomas takes a while to get going. You essentially get the acceleration part out of the way while it's still finishing loading the carriages, and then it locks the doors and sets off. There goes the rival in the so eloquently put Forza race. I don't know what Bertie's doing, he's bugging out. You don't want this smoke though. It's something that changed to my knowledge as like the show progressed. At first they were completely like reliant on the drivers to do anything and they had no autonomy at all, and then later on they started to give them more and more control. I may have overshot this one. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think it did. Yeah, just a tad. Well, that's not a good look. All I had to do was click the button at the right time. Oh, 07. It's not too big of a time loss. I'll still be way below estimate, I think. Shouldn't overshoot this time. Go. We've got a
Please,
raid in
hurry.
chat. And
We need to
yes,
get back up to speed if we are going to beat Bertie.
I'd say it's pretty cursed. So, got two more stops, and then that will be all.
Welcome to all the raiders as well. If you're not familiar with us, we are a licensed-a-thon. We do speedruns of licensed games, and we're supporting, as you can see here, the Transgender Law Center. Right now, we're trying to raise $1,000 United States for the TLC. We're running all weekend. If you'd like to support us, please go to licenseathon.live/donate. Wow, great timing on the ticker, actually. It's backing me up like a pro.
There is a lot of cutscenes, I will say. It's just, you thankfully got here just towards the end after most of them have been played. The cutscenes make up a fair chunk of this run. The first level is 45% cutscenes. It's because trains are faster than buses. Because I made the mistake and had to load checkpoint, Bertie's already going to be there because the game gives up trying to track where he is if you fail once. Yeah, gaming guy. They just got the person that does the narration to do all of the voices of the characters rather than getting the voice actors from later seasons to reprise their roles. Game in general's a bit... You can tell they didn't splash out, that's for sure. No, coming up to the final objective of the run here. So time will be after the cutscene that plays once I get there. Real quick though, I just wanted to say thank you to License-a-thon for having me on. It's been fun, my first marathon experience, and it's for Thomas and friends of all things. But it's been fun to be on and to showcase the run. So thank you very much. And I also just wanted to shout out my partner Freza, she's in chat there, for supporting me through all of the weird stuff that I do in games. So she's a massive support. And a great partner to have. But yeah, so time's coming up in about 5 seconds here.
We've done it. We beat Bertie.
Be on the menu. Just wait for
Well
Bertie
done,
to say his
Thomas,
bit.
said Bertie. That was fun. But I think we should have another race to see if I can beat you next time.
And that's time.
Congratulations. Got a time of 41 minutes and 20 seconds. Fantastic run.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Anything else you want to say before we bring you offline?
No, I got my shout outs in there at the end, but no, just thanks for having me and for watching along. Been fun.
And thank you so much. And thank you everyone watching and donating at home. We'll be right back with another fantastic run in just a second. Catch you on the flip side.